Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. Now, what you're looking at here has absolutely nothing to do with the video I'm about to tape for the second time. OMG. Anybody who's watched the channel for a while knows that I wanted to do a tree journal, and the tree journal morphed into 4 tree journals. And you'll also know that I was driven nearly around the bend because I couldn't find this art canvas. Now, I had bought it all rolled up at a thrift store for 50 cents. And at the time I did the haul video, I said, oh, wouldn't this make a perfect journal covers? So these are 9 by 12, so there are 2 of those. And this one is I think 12 by 18. So, and I have been searching high and low for, well, a few months now, wondering what in the world I had done with them. And it was only today, when I was searching for something else that I misplaced, that I found these. They were under a giant cutting mat that I sometimes use, because it's always stacked, with books and whatever, to use to flatten things out. Because, of course, the canvas had been rolled up probably for years, and I wanted to flatten it out. Now, there is some marks that need touching up, and I could easily do that with with felt pen or paint if I had to. So I have now solved that mystery, and I'm not insane, in case the jury was still out on that. However, I still don't know where I put the butter wrappers. Because another thing that I'm doing now that I'm back from my retreat is finally putting together the prize, or adding more to the giveaway prize for the 500 plus subscribers. Now, I am standing because it annoys the you-know-what out of me that I just finished doing this video only to see that about maybe a minute had been actually taped. So by standing up here, I can see what's happening. So this video is strictly Christmas items that I thrifted during my recent time away from home. So these little guys, I thought, they came in a bag. I just opened them up today, and I thought, should I buy them? A little bit expensive, blah, blah, blah. But when I opened them up and counted that there are 30 of them, plus these 2 berries, if you want to count those, the price didn't seem quite as bad. Most of the items are, an inch tall or so. And I thought they would make excellent charms or dangles or whatever on the Christmas journals that I'm working on. So there is that. Now, I guess by doing this the second time, you don't have to actually watch me or listen to me cutting open packages. But it also means that the bags and the price tags are now gone. I did say that at one of the places that I went, it was a Mission thrift store, there I managed, and talk about lightning striking, I managed to be there on the one and only day when the entire shop is 50% off. So I think maybe they did that as a bit of a clearance type thing in preparation for Christmas. So anyway, everything that I bought, of course, was 50% off. And again, this video is just the Christmas related items. So this, I think the bag said 2.3 meters of this, and obviously that would be great. It is grow grain, and we're farmers in Alberta and we grow grain. Grow grain in those red and green colors. Also picked up a package of red seam binding because that will come in handy. Okay, so if this was 25 cents and I paid 13 cents for it. These tags, see, I pushed things aside because I thought I was done with it. These tags, so 5 of these little ones with a ribbon and that open up. And these bigger white circles, I think I measured and I thought they were almost 4 inches in diameter. These cost $1, I'm going to say. That may or, at this point, does it matter? This was a bag that cost $1. And basically what was visible were these tags. So I thought, oh geez, now my husband is texting me about freaking yogurt. Christmas cards with envelopes and these tags that are a nice enough weight and a good enough size that they don't need much more in the way of embellishment. I also have this magnetic paper pad that can be used. I think that was, 50 cents. Now, at this particular place, it was, they splurge. They give 10%, wow, for seniors, 1 day a week. This cost half of 75 cents and is basically these stamps and this additional one. Now, I didn't bother trying to get this open because, of course, they tape it like it's Fort Knox. Anyway, you can see what's in there. Then I had also opened up this package. This was 50 cents with these Christmas rub-ons. Okay, is that it for that stuff? Tissue paper. I was saying, take number 1, that I remember a time when you could buy beautiful tissue paper that was printed with some really lovely designs, and now it's pretty well all solid colors. And or if you get one of those packs at the dollar store, you get one printed one, which is not that attractive, and then the coordinating solid colors. So these, you can say I paid $1 less than 10%. And this wrapping paper still in its package. Probably wouldn't fussy cut around these things, but with some artful cutting, a person could get some, or tearing, could get some nice tag type stuff, or pieces for collage or masterboard. I'm finding, just because I've said this all once already, that I'm going a lot faster this time. Okay, this was some Christmas music, and you can see that it's in sad shape. Water damaged, torn, bent, ripped, patinaed edges. And of course it wasn't priced. I said, what are you going to charge me? So of course, big consultation in the back room, and it was $1. So I bought it. I've also, and the rest of this is books. So, there are some people out there. Carrie, I see you, the paper monkey, hooked on little golden books. So I have encountered a few lately, and I picked up, I guess, these 2. This one is just lovely. It's a small, and I'm not going to bother measuring these things again because I've done that before, and I cannot risk having this video not turn out. Look at these beautiful illustrations. This is obviously one of the tinier books. Don't let Carol see that. 12 Days of Christmas, A Christmas Carol. These illustrations are, obviously done by somebody else, but they are lovely as well. Now, it seems to me, I looked up, okay, this is 92. This might have been Roman numerals. No, 83. Poems for Christmas. This book is nearly 5 inches square, I think. And this is a sort of gift book that we see all the time in thrift stores. And obviously there are things to fussy cut. There are, the signatures are sewn in, so they could be used as folios. A page like this could be, with a little trimming, could be a journal card, or trimming and backing could be a journal card. So that's lovely. This one has a bit of nostalgia for me because my son had this when he was a kid. This one is, I think I thought it was 60, maybe 68. I think a while ago I said 63. Anyway, the illustrations are, kind of the time. Again, soft spot for this one because of the history there. Now these two, I won't go into much detail. They are scholastic books, and they are, sort of find me kind of stuff. So can you see a donkey? Yes, I can. So basically kids are taught some words, and they're to find the sort of like a more elementary, whereas Waldo kind of a book. So, there are possibilities here. Now these pages, if I'm not mistaken, are 9 by 6. So with some hinging or whatever, they would work just fine. This is another scholastic book. Cute illustrations. A lot of them are kind of on the big side. But again, we don't need to use the entire thing. There are others that are smaller. This is probably, just stapled, so a person could take it apart, fold in pockets or whatever to make it narrower. This one is called The Scented Christmas. It's a hardback. It's sort of got this peachy, corally apricot color. And it's a typical one of these books. It's got some recipes, a lot of illustrations for fussy cutting. This too is, sewn in. So a person could, in fact, use the pages as folio pages. But you can see how many lovely images there are in a variety of sizes that can be used to decorate. Advent potpourri. This one is a coloring book, and the price wasn't bad. Sometimes coloring book prices are kind of crazy. In Canada, this would have been $8 new, which is, I think, a lot of money. But because some pages had been colored in, the price was more affordable. And then when I couldn't find any colored pages, as I was flipping through it, I remembered that I had removed all of those and have a plan for them and was doing something with them when I was away. This one is was published by the Metropolitan Museum of Art, Messiah Highlights and Other Christmas Music. Now this just pretty well jumps off the page, doesn't it? So this has a variety of historical artwork in it, sculpture or paintings. Now this, of course, a person would fussy cut around. This is a journal card in the making. Obviously there are stanzas of music or stanzas of verses and the actual music. So there are a lot of possibilities. Even these borders are great. So a lot of possibilities here as well. You know, just lovely. I'll just tell you the size on this because we're into the bigger books now. 10.5 by 9.25. I then showed you a couple of ideals, and you can see the thickness difference. This is the older one. It's 1969. Pretty well. Oh no, this, yeah, okay, there's a mixture of color and these sort of monochromatic pages. So I won't belabor this again because I showed it to dead air. I love this cover. Isn't it gorgeous? And with some, anyway, you know what to do. So again, more of the same. Photographs, illustrations, verses, stories, borders. You've seen ideals before. This one is Country Woman Christmas 1997. It is not sewn in, and the paper is pretty darn glossy. It is a mixture of photography and illustrations. Cute little borders. A lot of patterns like this. So many possibilities for fussy cutting. And that was partly why I wanted to separate out little pumpkin, separate out the Christmas items so that I could warm up my scissors and start cutting. Oh, the other thing I said in the video that never was is that I hope that you are subscribers, because the 500 plus giveaway will be happening, you know, in the next little bit. We've now booked a trip to the States, and of course I'm not going to say when for security reasons, but I want to have the prize completed, the video announcement done, time for a winner to be chosen, so that if it's an American winner, I have the chance to mail it when we're in the States and save some postage that way. If it's a Canadian winner, then of course that doesn't matter. Oh, this book I thought was interesting. Santa, My Life and Times, an illustrated autobiography. And some of the images are a bit strange. It's got some spooky characters in here. But on the whole, it's a lovely, lovely book. And of course, I have, now I have a lot of Christmas resources, especially after this trip. So a lot of these things will remain, a book like this will remain intact for the time being, because I'm not desperate for images. This book, I was oohing and aahing. It's coming apart. Love that it's landscape. Love that kind of an image. And there aren't that particularly many watercolors in it, but there is all this beautiful calligraphy. So I was saying that could be cut out and used on a masterboard. A page like this obviously becomes a signature page, and so on. Anyway, and there are 2 pages like this. So gaga over the images. Then I see, you know, I can't remember if it was at the front. It must have been at the front. She's a mouth artist because a diving injury in 1967 paralyzed her from the shoulders down. So the fact that she can do such beautiful work is mind-boggling, and it certainly takes away any excuse you or I might have for doing or not doing some things, because what what obstacles are we encountering? So again, these things take on an even more important significance when you think about who it is that created them. So that is a lovely book, A Christmas Longing. 2 more and we're done. A Forest for Christmas. Cover is the same as the dust jacket. It's quite a skinny book, but it's gone. Pages have some gloss to them, but you know, it's got some cute things in there to fussy cut. Pages, you know, that would lend themselves to making pockets, or not pockets, envelopes. Guy like that can embellish something, a pocket, a tuck, and whatever. And finally, this one that looks very vintage. It's an Ideals publication. It's a hardback book. And doesn't he just look like an old-timey Santa? 1961. So it was this book that is basically all monochromatic. The only cover is essentially the front and back covers. And you may have seen that the spine is not in great condition, but what a lovely book. So that concludes that. Boy, I did that in record time. I, again, will encourage you to subscribe so that you qualify for, to enter the giveaway contest. I will say again that the default position for the default position in YouTube settings is that for each of us, our subscriptions are private. So unless you toggle the switch in settings that turns your subscriptions to public, no one but you will know that you're a subscriber. And unfortunately, when some subscriber helped me find that area, and I didn't change it immediately, and now you think I can find my way back there? But yes, I too am guilty of having mine set at the default position. So I would just ask that you track that down, change it to public so that I can see you're a subscriber, and yeah, it'll make winning that much easier. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I will now go and probably make another cup of gingerbread spice tea, because I'm hoarse from saying the same thing twice. Okay, guys, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.